Hi, Trisha Barreto with the Missing Person Search Podcast. I'm a psychic medium and I use my abilities to help locate missing people. So about 2 hours ago, LAPD released a statement to the public about Hannah Kobayashi. And so what I want to do is I want to check Hannah's energy currently and see what's going on with her and see if it lines up with what LAPD is saying. Let me briefly just share what they're saying. They're saying that Hannah crossed the Mexico border 4 days after landing at LAX. I believe that might have been November 16th. And that she's not a victim of any crime. They are also saying the investigation has not uncovered any evidence that she's being trafficked or the victim of any foul play. They also say that the detectives reviewed her social media accounts and found a desire to step away. She had a desire to step away from modern connectivity. So like phones and internet and all that. This is what they just released. So as soon as I listened to it, I immediately heard Tulum. And Tulum is like it's pretty strong right now. I'm getting it. And I was like, what is this? And so it feels like, I don't know if she's currently in Tulum, Mexico, but I believe that Tulum was maybe in part of her plan, or there's some association with Tulum. Now, I'm a spiritual person. I would say, I'm like, I wouldn't say spiritual community, but I know that there's a lot of spiritual retreats and things that happen in Tulum, Mexico. I know it's a coastal town. I believe there's some kind of ruins there. There's just like a lot of spiritual stuff there. So again, I'm not sure if she's currently in Tulum or that's part of her plan to go there and visit and do stuff there. But Tulum's pretty strong. Okay, so what I did was I pulled 4 different card spreads here just to kind of check Hannah's energy and see if her energy feels okay to me. And just to kind of get an idea of what's really going on at this moment in time, because a lot's happened with this case. Her father has passed during the search for her, and it's just, I think it's a lot. There's a lot of confusion, a lot of speculation. So let's just get into it. Okay, so did I say I can zoom in without this getting cut off? Sometimes when I zoom in, the cards get cut off, so I try not to do that too much. This first card is an isolation card. So that checks out to me. That feels like she's really wanting to pull away from people that she's known, people that she's been in relationships with, people close to her. And it feels like it's in the pursuit of love. I'm not quite sure if this is self-love or romantic love or just love in general, but it does feel like, I feel like I want to say in the pursuit of love. It could really be self-love. It could just be overall. For her, it feels like there's a mystery. There's something like she's needing to figure out within herself, within her path. There's something mysterious for her that she views like it's a mystery and I need to go explore it and I need to go find out what it is. I feel like that mystery energy came through on the previous short reading that I did when I pulled some cards for Hannah. It feels like she's trying to find a flow to her life, like something that makes sense to her. It feels like whatever happened in her life, there was like a moment where everything collapsed, almost like a tower moment. Everything collapsed. And now she's trying to like find her footing. And she's almost going about it. It just feels so spiritual to me. It feels like almost a little bit too much, like putting so much energy on like, it almost feels like somebody that would say, oh, well, if it's destiny, oh, if it's fate, but they're not like realizing everything happening around them. I don't know why this parable is coming to me, but it's like, it's almost like this thing, like they're looking for signs from God or from spirit, and God and spirit is sending them all the signs, but they're like, no, I still have to like find the signs. And that's what her energy feels like to me. But it feels like she's trying to regain her strength, and her energy. I will say, when I read before and I shared that video, I could feel her connecting. I think she's very telepathic. I think she's gifted in her spirituality. I don't necessarily feel like she's confused. I feel like she's kind of focused. There's like purposeful focus, whatever she's doing right now. And I feel like there was an opportunity in either Tulum or in Mexico. It feels like a money opportunity, but we're getting there. It's not to say that she's not sad or angry, because she's using all of this. Feels like a big opportunity to reflect on what's happened, what I feel now, who I feel like now, what do I want to do, how do I want to heal. It's a lot of that, but there's sadness and anger for, I don't know, this is coming through strong, for who she used to be. I feel a grief for who she used to be. Now, when it comes to her dad, Spirit, does she know what happened to her dad? It feels like she knows, but there's a disconnect in the relationship. I don't know if they were like maybe close at some point in time, but it just feels like at this stage in life, there was some sort of disconnect between the two. Okay. Hold on a second. Because I asked her dad, before I started this recording, if there was anything he wanted to say. Yeah. I'm hearing like an apology, and I hear misunderstanding. And I can feel, I've already talked to him a few times, I can feel like the grief and the regret, and I even hear the word shame and just like all of that. And I've done my best, when I come across people in spirit that are hurting like that, I do my best to send them love and healing as much as I can, and kind words, and be a voice for them as much as I can. It's just so unfortunate that this has happened. Yeah. Remember what I said about an opportunity in Mexico? It's like an opportunity to make money. There's definitely an opportunity to make money in Mexico. But it feels like it's in the spiritual community, or it's like, I believe she's a photographer, but I'm kind of feeling like this energy of like, is she taking photographs at some kind of spiritual retreat? I almost feel like there's this spiritual retreat, and there's some kind of job there or association there. And the illumination really feels like she's looking to be enlightened in all the decisions that she's making now. I think that when she left LAX, she had an idea of what she was going to do. She already had it planned out. Okay, let me go to the next card spread. Okay, we're not taking all the words on these cards. You can't make everything fit. That's not how these cards work. They're oracle cards. So let's go travel, ignoring. That's about right. She traveled and she ignored everybody. This is the one that kind of concerns me. It says karmic friends. Can't fully trust them. Tension, secret competition. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. It kind of concerns me because it makes me feel like the people she's around, she doesn't know well. Like, she can't trust them. She doesn't know them. Maybe they're like new people she's getting to know. Maybe she's meeting a lot of new people. But like, she's aware that she has that awareness. Like, I can't trust everybody that I'm meeting. I feel like so far she may have already came across some people that are not good. Like, maybe I would say dangerous even. I'm trying to figure out like where this it feels like since she's been in Mexico, there could have been some kind of incident or some group of people that she's come in contact with that did not feel good. I keep hearing money, money, money. So I'm not quite sure. And it looks like this person in the photo's holding a gun. So, yeah. And, there's a lot of stuff happening in Mexico. So it feels like she's like, the hook feels like, I think I got this card before too. So, you know what? Now that I'm looking at this spread right here, a lot of these cards came out before, and it's like a 80 somethings. It's either 78 cards in the deck or 80 something cards. So keep that in mind. She feels hooked in this decision that she's made. Like I keep hearing hook, line, and sinker. She's just like, whatever decision she made when she went to LAX and decided, okay, I guess I'm going to go to Mexico. She's like really headstrong. Okay, jackpot, winning money, got rich, inheritance, unexpected money. This feels like opportunity. Like somebody's like, if you go here, you'll have this job. And I hear windfall, but it's like, it's not what she expected. And there's something about something not starting yet. I don't know if this is a project, but there's something about something not starting yet. Queen rising, stepping into power, praise, coming up, spotlight. This just really feels like doing something productive, whether it's her work or helping out within this group, this spiritual community or spiritual group. It feels like just starting a whole new life almost. Like just starting over. Uh-oh. Okay, fishing for comments. Let me see, what is that? I feel like she's, even though the law enforcement says that she like wanted to disconnect from what was the word they used? Connectivity, like the internet and all that. Something, I don't know. I just feel like she's seen something online or somebody showed her something. Because it just feels there's like something here, like reading comments or looking on the internet. I also think I got this card for her before, divination abuser. So she's somebody who would get a lot of readings from somebody like me, a psychic medium, like getting almost like too many readings. And like, something's telling me she keeps getting love readings. Like there's something with love. And I think that, we're going to get to it because I think it's in the next card spread, but yeah, let me put a pin in that because we're going to get to that. But yeah, a lot of love stuff. Moving on, I think this might have been a card that came out before, but I remember looking at the cards around it and I kept noticing threes and it kept screaming third party energy, and third party energy would be like, I have like, she could have had a boyfriend, but then somebody else or an ex got involved with her. So it's like, I don't know if this is like an ex that she's in contact with or somebody from her past that there's just such a third party energy. It's like always threes. It's a third party energy. So it kind of, I don't know, could be somebody from her past that she used to date. It could also be two exes that she's left behind. Because if you look at the card, see how there's two people on bikes going in one direction and there's one person. So she's like the one person and they're like going to pass her by or she's going to pass them by. So that could be that too. There's a lot of creativity in her work that she's using right now. And I always, you have to pay attention to the cards that are around the card. So like the creativity in the photo proof card, that photo proof card is not about photo proof. That's her job. And you see the beach, the shoreline, the girl in the photo. That's why, remember I said Tulum is a coastal town. So it's giving me she's taking photos in Tulum. I don't know if she's currently there, if she's been there on her way there, but it's screaming like she's being creative and she's in her element and she's doing her work. She's doing her thing, and there's travel and there's photography. She doesn't have a car, and that seems like an issue. And maybe even a safety issue. Okay. We got 2 more spreads to get through. Okay. This is what I was holding off on. So the last time I did a video for her, the Twin Flames card came out. I think it might have came out in the exact same position. Right next to it is another card that I got for Hannah before, and reconcilable differences, and that's, a breakup. So I want to talk about this Twin Flames thing because I feel like her energy, she may really believe in the concept of twin flames. Now, I'm a psychic medium. I'm going to tell you straight up, I don't like the concept of twin flames, whether it's real or not. I don't like the way that it's used to manipulate people, get people to do things. People put up with abuse because they believe that somebody is their twin flame and that person can like abuse them. And that's just like, it's okay because that person is the twin flame. Like, no, that's unacceptable. And that's not a healthy connection at all. But I really do feel like she believes in that. And a lot of her leaving, and even leaving the way that she did, there's something to do with the twin flames concept. Like almost like realizing, okay, this boyfriend I just broke up with is not my twin flame. He's not my soulmate. Maybe she got some readings from some psychic or psychic mediums and told her, hey, your twin flame is here in this place, or you need to go on a quest, and discover yourself again, and you're going to meet your twin flame. But it's that kind of energy. And it's not to say I don't feel her energy being strong or strong-willed or focused, and there's a lot of intention in the choices she's making right now. But I also feel like I don't want to call it an illusion, because again, I'm not going to sit here and decide for anybody, whether they believe in twin flames or not. I'm on the fence. I don't like how people use it to abuse and take advantage of other people. But anyways, there's too much of that. There's too much of that in her energy, and it doesn't feel balanced. That's what feels out of balance to me a lot, is the way that she may be like approaching love or romantic relationships right now, the way she's thinking about them, getting wrapped up in this twin flame thing. And that doesn't feel healthy to me. Intervention, it feels like the intervention is actually from like whoever has helped her maneuver. Again, it feels like a group of spiritual people. I don't know if it's a spiritual community, but it feels like she wanted them to intervene to help her so she could like go and start a new life, or go on this, like, maybe not start a new life. Maybe that's not the right words, but like go on this quest, this soul quest, is what it feels like. And it feels like she kind of like was isolated, because it doesn't feel like a physical isolation though. It's like she needed intervention because she wasn't doing good mentally, like emotionally and mentally. It doesn't feel like she was doing good at the point where she got on that flight to LAX from Hawaii. I mean, I don't know what was going through her mind, but it just feels like she was there's a lot of rumination. Even though there's some really clear decision making, there's a lot of rumination, and it feels like it's really about like love and my purpose in life and what am I doing, and there's something about time and self-expression, and there's a lot of like stuff I'm hearing. The interlude was like taking like a break. Like, I'm going to put a pause in the life that I've had. It's kind of blown up. Well, it's really blown up, and I'm going to like reflect. This interlude is heavy reflection, I see. There's something where she's calling back like her childlike energy. There's something about like maybe she got depressed and too serious and too sad, and there's a calling back that kind of childlike energy. And I know, like, I can feel her creativity is associated with that. Just looking at this image with the box of colors, there's something associated with her creativity, the way she views it. And so she's trying to return to that and maybe even heal some of the childhood wounds that she has. She's aware of some of her patterns with men, and even patterns in her life. Self-sabotage, I hear. Bounty hunter. She knows that she's been in pursuit. She knows. I don't know if there's a literal bounty hunter that's been on, that the family called in, or that's going to come in, but she knows that people have been looking for her. I don't know if she knows to the full extent. I hear Spirit just said she knows. Lost, ghosted, blocked, cut off. She did feel lost. And even now, even though she has like all this intentions that she's setting, it feels like she believes in manifestation and setting intentions. She felt lost, and she didn't know what to do, and she needed, I'm hearing, a clean break. I got this card for her before, this alien card. She's very telepathic. When I tried to connect with her last time, I could feel her connecting back with me. Like I'm saying, like I do a lot of these readings, but I don't necessarily come across people. I would say, like, just looking at her energy, I'm going to say, like, just from these 4 spreads that I have, this is somebody that's done some of the work and somebody that's aware. This is not somebody, this energy that I'm reading, this is not somebody that had a mental break. This is somebody with a lot of decisive, she's decisive. She makes clear decisions even when she's dealing with heartache. She's still able to do that, and she's navigating. I see her, like, I hear navigating a ship. She's like navigating. Archangel Michael has been protecting her for sure, along with loved ones in spirit, and I know that there's a lot of protection that's been placed on her. Nightlife, yeah, she might be like drinking. I don't feel that she drinks a lot though, but she might drink. She might take some kind of like ayahuasca or like some kind of spiritual drug. It feels like but it doesn't feel like it's a habit. It just feels like it's something in the moment, and it's not all the time. It feels like with the trash card, it feels like my life, like it's almost like I see a crumpled up piece of paper and somebody throw it in a trash can. It's like I'm just throwing it away, and I have to start again. I have to try again. And she's like, I hear hell-bent on doing things differently this time. She doesn't want to do the same thing again and make the same mistakes again. Okay. She's reminiscing. There's people she misses. So there's people that she's not in contact with right now, and it feels like she misses them. I'm getting sister energy a lot. There may even be some friends that she's missing. Could be her dad too, and her mom. She's doing a lot of like reflecting. See this lady with the coast again behind her? I'm telling you, she's like coastal town. Missed opportunity. I didn't act when I should have. I feel like this is coming forward because I can see a person she's on the phone. And it's like she didn't answer the phone. She didn't accept the call. She didn't make the call. And it feels like there's a regret there. This may be around what happened to her father. This was not the way she planned. This is not what she expected. Sabotage. She feels like she sabotaged things. Some things in her life got messed up because of her. So it's something she's trying to heal. There's a lot of healing that she's trying to do here. Soul contract. Yeah, that's another concept. So, in spirituality, the lessons I learned from us will never be forgotten. This feels like she's focused on like something with her soul. She's trying to find the path of her soul, like for this season of her life. But she feels really like not good with herself. She's not fully like, she doesn't have peace within herself. And I think when I say she's like on a spiritual quest and all this, I think she's looking for like a romantic thing, like an understanding around who her, say she believes in soulmates or twin flames, who that person is she going to find them? When is she going to find them? But there's also like, I got some shit in me that I got to work out. And I think she's realizing that more and more. She feels like she's chased people romantically, and she doesn't want to do that anymore. Inseparable. This may be something like with her dad or the people she loves that she's not in contact with. Our love is always there despite the distance. It's kind of like she just like, it feels like a message she just maybe she just feels it within herself that she has a peace because she knows that the love is always there. And she doesn't feel like a super, I want to say, obligation to reach out. There's some secrets though. There's definitely some secrets that she's kept hidden. Shadow side. So she's doing shadow work, and that's what happens a lot. You know, when you go on the spiritual quest, you deal with everything. All the dark stuff comes out. Values. We have too many differences. I was actually, at the moment I pulled that card, I was actually asking about how she feels about her father that passed, like how she feels about him. And this is the card that came out, values. And it says, we have too many differences. So I just kind of think like maybe her and her dad were not on the same page. And here's another spiritual card, detachment. So I could literally see her doing this. She's like meditating. She's trying to detach. Commitment. Again, with the twin flames things, I think that she's really on a quest to find like love. But it's not, I think this might happen. I think her intention was like, I'm going to find my soulmate. I'm going to do this. I'm going to meet like-minded people and be around other spiritual people. But more so, rather than her finding like the right partner for her, she's going to become a whole different person. She's going to become a whole different person. I hear make or break. So that's what this feels like. Like this is such a big thing happening in her life. And and absence. I feel like a part of me is missing without you. And again, like it's not that she's not sad or missing people that she loves. It's just that she feels like she has to do this right now. That's four card pulls on 4 different decks. Let me see if Spirit has anything else. Is there anything else, Spirit, Ryan Kobayashi, that I can say here that is actually helpful? Because this has been a lot, and I didn't even take on the case. Something told me when it happened. Like I was just burnt out, and I only did like a small card reading, but I just hear him saying, like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I never would have imagined that things would have went this way. I never would have imagined it. He's so sorry to his family, and he loves them so much. Yeah. And he's telling me Hannah's always been stubborn and hard-headed. Like that's how she is. Like once she makes up her mind to do something, she's going to do it. And it's usually never by the book or what people think or how people think that someone's supposed to do something. Yeah, that's what I have for Hannah Kobayashi. If you would like to hire me for a private missing person reading, a psychic medium reading, or animal communication readings, you can visit my website, trishabarreto.com. I also teach mediumship there. There's a psychic detective course waitlist there. There's grief resources. Yeah, so if that's something you're into, check out my website. Make sure you like and subscribe wherever you're listening to this at, my YouTube, my TikTok. That's how it helps for people to be able to find my channel and find me and this work and this podcast. I need more exposure and visibility. So it helps when you like, when you leave a positive comment, when you subscribe, either on YouTube or TikTok. I don't know. You should bookmark my website. There's not a lot of psychic mediums that specialize in missing person cases, and you never know. Like, this life is so crazy. You just never know. I've never done a case like this. This one had a lot of twists and turns, but I never really fully took the case on. So, yeah, Tulum. Tulum. She's going to be by the beach. I mean, she may already be there. We got like a few cards that were on the shoreline. Somebody on a shoreline in Tulum is, again, it's on the shore. It's a beach town. And it's just definitely a spiritual town. So I wish Hannah's loved ones, her family, so much healing and peace and clarity and understanding and insight to know what's fully going on and healing within these relationships and the family. I wish Ryan Kobayashi all the healing and all the peace and such a beautiful life on the other side and to get through this. And I wish you, Ryan, that you give yourself so much love and grace. And I hope that Hannah finds healing, because I think that's the big thing she's looking for, or the big thing I should say the thing that she's going to find, I think. But I do see like some kind of dangers in areas, and the way that she moves and not having a vehicle. So I would I don't know, that's something that's kind of right there, I notice. But, and I really hope she doesn't get into another misguided relationship because she strongly believes in twin flames and thinks like, oh, this is my twin flame, this is my soulmate, when it's really not. And she is not able to recognize it because she hasn't fully done all the healing work that she needs to do on herself. That's what I have. Okay, thanks for listening. Take care of yourselves and each other. Oh, and subscribe to the Missing Person Search podcast.